Chris Harris was filming a Top Gear episode when he managed to escape a flaming automobile. We're going to look at that along with some 240SX builds, so stay tuned. I'm Eric, this is the RevMatch Report, your weekly dose of automotive and social media news. If you want to subscribe, you know what to do. Chris Harris and Eddie Jordan were filming a Top Gear episode in the yet-to-be-released Alpine A110. They were on a closed rally stage in Monaco, and the car apparently caught fire. They managed to get out in time, and after a few minutes, unfortunately the car completely went up in flames. It's a complete loss, but fortunately Chris Harris and Eddie Jordan are both okay, and they got out of the car unscathed. There's a quote from Chris Harris in the UK Daily Mail, and he says, "I first realized I needed to get out when I opened the door and flames went up my arm." It's being reported that the upcoming Porsche Boxster Spyder is going to have the same flat-six 4-liter engine currently only available in the 911 GT3. In that configuration, it makes 500 horsepower. Now, I don't expect that they're going to put 500 horsepower into the Boxster. However, this is a big step up from the 4-cylinder, which is the only engine that is currently available in the Boxster and the Cayman. So if you want the return of the 6, look out for 2019 and put your order in now. In this next segment, I'm going to be featuring Nissan 240SX builds, so if you found an interesting one, hit me up on Instagram and I'd love to feature it on this show. First up is B. Tailored. This guy is from Kansas and he's got a barn find, which is some sort of teal mica color. It's an original color. I like it. So he's been doing a lot of work on the car to turn it into a street car that I think he can also take drifting as well.
On it, and the body is pretty intact, other than this minor bend here. Maybe get a new headlight, new fender, or even just straighten that out.
He's got some Sparco seats in it, which I like because I've got Sparco. He's got some Corbeau seat belts in it, and it's an SR20 swap. He previously had I think it was a red car, and he pulled the SR20 out of that, put it into the new one. I don't know what happened with the old car, but this new build looks pretty cool. He recently registered it, so I'm looking forward to what he's going to do with it, and hope that you work on it over the winter. The links for all the videos are going to be in the description below. Next up is Kevin Camacho's channel. He's got a 240SX with a 1JZ swap.
So being that I have the pan off right now, I'm going to flip it over, make sure that all this oil gets out.
What I like about Kevin's channel is that he's really taking his time and he's got a lot of really great info. So if you're doing a swap or you're working on your 240, he's got a ton of great info on transmissions and how he's doing it. So if you're doing a 1J swap, you should definitely go check out his channel. It's a really clean build. He's up in the Northeast somewhere, I think maybe New Jersey. So go check out his channel, and I'm going to be following along with your build, Kevin. Awesome work. I really like it when I find new channels, and I'm pretty excited about this guy. He's got a channel called Drift Lab. He's got an LR4 turbo swap into his 240, and an LR4 is a V8 engine that was used in, I think, 90s Chevy trucks.
Firewall is completely done, and I cut this piece of plexiglass to fit on the window. I'm thinking about just putting this like weather strip across here, and then when I close it, it'll seal.
I know the LR4 can push a lot of power, especially with a turbo setup. My friend Jeff from Fully Spooled is doing the same engine, so looking forward to the rest of the build and hope you make it to your event in April. Josh from Southern Hooning has got a KA turbo in his 240. He recently did a video where he talks about all of the parts that he used to get an extra 200 horsepower over stock.
Alright, so basically this video is just going to go over the parts that I used, like the name brand, everything, like all the specs, well, not all the specs on my car, just what I needed to make that power. So it's just going to be to like the specific parts that would make your car hit like 350 horsepower, because the stock KA is like 150, 155 horsepower.
So he talks about the build, and obviously this motor is built. It's not obviously got a stock bottom end, so he's got Wisco pistons, he's got a Garrett turbo, and he talks about the wastegate, he talks about the intake, he even talks about the tune, so he's got all the detailed information on how he got this kind of power. So if you're doing a KA build, something you could replicate, you should definitely go check him out. He's got some really great videos. He's doing a lot of drifting, obviously, and it's a relatively budget build that he's doing. He's not going crazy, and if you like KA turbos, you should definitely go check out his channel, so give it some love. Skura Weekly. He's in the Pacific Northwest, and he recently filmed a video at Pat's Acres. Now that's a drift track that's actually a go-kart track. And he has a lot of S13s and S14s in there, which are pretty nice looking. So he doesn't do builds, but he does cinematic films. He's a photographer. I think he's incredibly talented, and you should definitely go check him out if you like that kind of video. I highly recommend it. The next couple days I'm going to be posting a video on how to install a rear sway bar on a Mark 7 GTI or an Audi A3 or S3. I put one in because next weekend I'm going to be at Button Willow Raceway Park, and I'm going to be doing a video on a battle of the German daily drivers and see which stock daily driver is faster around a track. If you like staying updated on the news and stuff going on social media, just come back every Monday at 11 a.m. right here for the RevMatch Report. If you want to subscribe, hit the button right over there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.